So, Postcards from the Land of Grief. What is the heart of this book?
The heart of this book is an honest and faith-filled account of what it feels like to go through grief.
Mm.
That's the core of it.
And so, why did you choose to write your reflections as postcards? So you start off with these reflections.
Yeah.
So obviously, you were saying about when people go away, what do you write?
Yeah.
Postcards. But what was it that really resonated? Because initially, was it all in one go? It's like, right, I've got all these ideas, I'm going to write them down, or was it something bigger than that?
No, absolutely not. And I always feel a postcard is very different to a travelogue. You know, a travelogue you write down afterwards. You get home from your travels and you process them. Whereas a postcard you write on the day. You say, this is how it feels to be in this place on this day. Now, when I was writing these postcards, which of course I didn't originally write for the book, when I was writing them, sometimes I would write 2 or 3 in a week. Sometimes it would be 3 weeks in between writing them. And that was very deliberate. I didn't want them to become contrived. I wanted them to be a genuine response to what I was experiencing. Now, I knew that there were some that I would probably write. I would probably write on my 100th day as a widower. I would probably write on Fiona's birthday. I would probably write on our wedding anniversary. But apart from that, they came as and when. And I hope that that makes the book feel fresh.
Absolutely. Well, it does.
Good.
It does.
Good.
But also, it's a way that people can identify as well, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think it encourages people who've either read it or listened to it to kind of walk through it with me. It doesn't feel like something that's all mapped out in advance. It feels like an encounter or a shared journey, perhaps, where you meet things along the way.
I think producing this audiobook, I certainly felt like that.
Good.
And there were moments when I just said to you, like, wow. And there was one chapter, and it was just 4 lines, wasn't it? With the bench.
Yeah.
With the bench. And I was just blown away by them 4 lines. I was just like, goodness me. I was certainly there with you. And it's very emotional, this book as well, but so honest. And I feel that that's what people are going to really benefit from, that honesty.
Yeah, and we're all uncomfortable with honesty around the areas of grief and bereavement, partly because of personality, partly because of culture, I think. And if this can help to break through that, then it will be worth it. Elliot, there is no doubt this is the hardest book I have ever written. You know, when I was writing it, sometimes I couldn't write for longer than 15 minutes without bursting into tears. When you're writing a 200-page book, that means it takes a long time. And then, of course, when you get to the editing stage and you're having to read stuff again and again and again, it was like driving the nail into the wood, you know. But the only thing that kept me going through all of that was the belief that it might be worth it and it might help somebody. And if it does, then I'm more than willing to have paid that price.